there's nobody that can win from me in the decision. You know, like I fight very smart. I fight very strategically. I don't get too much damage on my fight, even so I'm facing tough guys. So it definitely maybe play out on my head like a secure spot for me, you know, but I think it definitely play out a little bit more on his head, you know, because he knows to go to the decision with me is not a good thing to do, you know. So maybe he's gonna try to finish this fight like crazy, try to pull guard and try to triangle me and do this and that, and this will make him make a mistake even more times, you know. So I will be there when he make that mistake.
And just being that you fought in Sao Paulo a bit ago and now you're readying to fight in Rio, I mean, Paul Craig very much known for the Scottish war paint at the weigh-ins. Can we expect maybe like some Brazilian war paint to counteract that?
I think so. I think so. Maybe. Let's see.
And I guess just the last one from me, because I understand you have a history of training with both Sean Strickland as well as Paulo Costa. Like, what are your thoughts on their looming fight at UFC 302?
I think it's a good fight actually, because it's two top guys in the division. You know, they are on the rankings. I see Borrachinha a little bit stronger than Strickland. I see the danger on his game. It will be around his kicks, his high kicks that he do without effort and very strong kicks. But I think as a matter of MMA and experience and gas tank and boxing, Strickland is way ahead of him. So I think it'll be a 5-round fight. So I think it can be an easy night for Strickland for sure.
Thank you for the insights, Caio.
Thank you, brother.
You're fighting Paul Craig, who's a veteran of the sport. What do you like so much about this matchup?
I love this matchup because he's ahead of me in the rankings. That's all. And he won from great guys from Brazil, including the legend Shogun Rua. So it would be awesome to test myself against this guy and prove what I'm capable of fighting this guy and avenging all the Brazilians that he fought, you know.
He has shown a lot of versatility in his ground game. He's finished Shogun, but he was on the ground, like dominating his back. And he broke Jamal Hill's arm. What are your thoughts on his ground game? You've been very open on saying that you're going out there to knock him out, not shoot for takedowns and try to grapple with him.
Yeah, I think his grapple is very good. He has a lot of good traps. Yeah, so he has some patterns that he follow ups to do to set up his techniques, his triangles and his arm bars and everything. But I studied everything, you know. I'm the fighting nerd, so I do my homework all the time. And when the tests come, I take an A plus, you know. So this is what I'm gonna see. And on the ground, I think what the mistake that people do is people try to get rid of him, you know. So they give space to him to put his feet on the hips and do his techniques. But when he's on the ground, I need to pressure him. I need to keep pressuring him all the time. If we go to the ground because he's gonna pull guard, I'm not gonna try just to get up as soon as possible. I'm just gonna pressure him, try to make him uncomfortable in his own area, and then after that, I'm gonna get rid of him, ask him to get up and knock him out. That's my plan.
He fought twice in Brazil. He went to a draw with Shogun, and then he lost last year to Johnny Walker. Do you think that maybe that's an added pressure in his head, knowing that he's coming for the third time in Brazil and hasn't won here?
Yeah, for sure, it's something that maybe is in his head, you know. But I don't count on it too that much, you know. I don't think it makes a difference when the cage closed. It's just me and him fighting for our lives, and that's it, you know.
You spoke in the Portuguese version of this scrum, and you talked about his stand-up. I'd like to ask you, what are your thoughts on his striking skills?
Oh, I think his striking game is well-rounded. He can kick, he can throw a good punch. He's long. I think he's one of his biggest advantages now that he moved to middleweight. But I don't think he's comfortable on striking. You know, he already proved that a lot. All the fights that he has this possibility, he likes to pull guard on MMA. You know, so this is a sign that people of a guy that is not comfortable on the feet. You know, so that's my thoughts on his striking.
And when you scored a submission in UFC, you were very angry. You look at the camera and fighting back at people saying that you don't finish fights. But your last fight went to a decision. I'm sure you weren't happy with that as well. So part of you saying that you're going to knock him out is to respond to that as well, or is it something that you want for yourself to get another finish in the UFC?
Yeah, it's for myself, you know. When we get finished in the UFC, it's even better, you know. But what keeps us contrary is that we keep winning. I think that's the most important thing, you know. But I want to finish him. I want to KO him because, you know, I'm a fighting nerd and I fight very strategically. So I think the best strategy to fight against Paul Craig is keep this fight standing and try to knock him out. And that's what I'm going to do.
Just a final one for me. Jose Aldo is coming back in this card. What are your thoughts on him coming back, and what are your favorite moments of his career?
Man, my thoughts on him coming back is I feel blessed to be in the same card as him, you know. I hope that he's in good shape. He puts an amazing performance, jump the cage, go to the crowd, you know. I think one of the biggest moments of his career for myself that I saw when I was just in the beginning of my career in MMA was his fight against Chad Mendes here in Rio. The fight started a little bit rough, and then in the fight, sorry, and then in the final seconds of the first round, he got this knee on his face and got the knockout and jumped to the guys, you know. So I think it's one of the best moments of his career for me.
Caio,
Thank you.
aqui. Queria saber.
Coutinho.